It might be an interesting thought to wonder whether the wheels that play an integral role in your daily life may deserve a breather. And that doesn't mean a designated parking spot, but a view of the city from far. Where you can actually hear the breeze, feel a moment, and come to a complete halt, just the way we'd expect to at the Wilderness Resort on the outskirts of Pune. So we took up a bunch of cars and bikes that have faithfully driven around the Indian auto market for the last year and gave them a break from it all, except we never told them that there would be no one around to judge.
Every car in its class and what impact it will make in its class. That is how we have to score our thing.
Hello and a very warm welcome to you. This is a very special episode of your favorite auto show. This of course is ZigWheels and you're watching it with me, Rishabh Matharu. As you can see around me, I'm surrounded by some of the best cars and bikes of the year 2011. So want to know what's the story? Check out what's on the show.
This week, it's all about lining up contenders across various categories, leading to individual segment awards, and of course, building up to the big car and bike of the year. First up, here's the jury. Editor-in-Chief of ZigWheels, Adil Jaldaru Khanawala, someone who's given a lifetime of dedication to getting you the facts behind the wheel. Mr. Avik Chattopadhyay, industry professional and a lifelong automotive buff. He's the product development chief of Peugeot India and can decipher the great from the good. Atul Kirloskar, former rally champ, auto enthusiast and CEO of Kirloskar Oil Engines. He knows his cars well and what makes them tick. A household name in India, Dilip Chabria might be the first and last name in Indian automotive design, but he can also classify, identify and understand standout concepts like no one else. Not many know that acclaimed cine star Jackie Shroff is a dyed-in-the-wool automobile enthusiast as well. He's owned and driven many great automobiles and he sure can tell substance from flash. Akshay Varde uses his last name as part of his Vardenchi brand of motorcycles, hence a biker who's confident of providing a personal insight into what's good on two wheels. And from Team ZigWheels, Chief Road Tester Dilip Desai, Chief Content Developer Vikram Gaur, Principal Correspondent Varad More, Assistant Editor Muntasar Merkar, Assistant Editor Sopan Sharma, and Anchor and Co-Producer Rishabh Matharu. Now there's a method that goes into arriving on any valid judgment, and ours is no short of intensity.
The car of the year is not a road test or a comparison between other cars.
Of course, the BMWs and the Mercs will drive very well compared to the Hyundais and the Fords.
It's a question of trying to see the contenders which have brand new contenders which have come onto the Indian market from 1st December last year to 30th November this year.
Each juror we have got 25 points, and the maximum he can give one car only once is 10 marks. And you have to share your 25 marks for a minimum of 5 cars. To decipher that thing, drive the cars.
We need to know what is the fitness of purpose of each one to their relevant class. That is really the defining factor behind the car of the year judgment.
We will give you the scoring sheets and you all can score across over there.
Now it's about putting that paper to pedal.
redefines the entry-level car yet again after the 800 and the Alto. Purely, I guess, designed to be a nice, comfortable city family car.
The surprising part was the boot space is quite large. But if you look at the design aspects, I think for a car of this size, this is a very neat package.
The Toyota Etios Liva in pretty stellar company. In fact, this probably is the hottest contested segment this year. When it comes to the Liva, it's a good competent urban car. Nice and easy to drive around, lots of space, fairly refined, at least in its petrol version. The only qualms that I have with it is that it seems a little too pared down to the bone.
This is a very, very promising car. Very promising, very interesting, highly refined, typically a Honda. For its price, the boot could have been slightly bigger, and the interiors could have been slightly toned down.
Bad point, it took quite a long time for Honda to make up its mind to come into this category. The good point, they have come in with a smashing product.
It's definitely a fun machine to drive, and at the same time, I have to say that there's too much about it that resembles the older Swift, and that is also a negative on this car.
Cheap, only in terms of money though. Very reliable, nicely refined, even the diesel version. All in all, the Etios is, the sedan version, is a very good car.
More spacious, definitely peppier, and very comfortable to drive.
What I really like about this car is that it's pushing a lot of envelopes in terms of design, both exterior and interior. It's let down a little bit by its engines, but what really makes it a problem is its price.
I think the strides that they have achieved in terms of smoothness, in terms of performance, in terms of pickup, acceleration, all these things, I mean, it's a huge difference from the past.
It's got a lot of desirability. People just want it. It looks so right.
Good car will be more acceptable to the general public than the Vento. Going up against quite some healthy competition in that segment, which is coming from all over the world. Bad point is it's a little too soft for my liking.
I wonder why this car hasn't really created a buzz or attraction for itself as I think that it's really a good product. Distinctive styling, it doesn't have the usual Gallic idiosyncrasies. Drives well, maybe a little underpowered, but what is astonishing is the price point.
It's an all-new car, a bigger engine, slightly more performance, more power. The problem with it is the lack of originality. It's got the Vento front and sister concern Audi's A4 rear, and that's where probably the character of the car gets lost a bit.
The seats are fantastic. When I got into the car, I felt comfortable. It's a decent car. I think it's a decent car for a family of four, and you can't ask much for 28 lakhs starting price. I think it's pretty decent.
It takes me a while to really distinguish a Passat from a Jetta sometimes, though I'm a part of the design profession. But having said that, I think the designs are mature. So it works. I think they come from the German sensibility of less is more.
As a vehicle, it's a brute. It's built to handle the off-road and to go anywhere, and it does that to a great extent. However, when it comes to everyday practicality, that's where the Thar loses out. As you can see, it's missing certain elements that would be necessary in this environment.
Being an Indian product, I think the looks are very, very appealing. The price is at an extremely good point. And then the car itself, the comfort of driving it, the utility of the car, I think they're all plus points.
The car stance is beautiful on the road. Front and rear ends comes across a little overdone, but it's a very good package overall.
Quite decent effort here, fantastic. I mean, clutch is something which I totally depend upon more than brakes. So for me, a clutch should not be soft, it should be hard. It's a comfortable car on a height, and this is the kind of thing you need for Mumbai street.
It's coming from France, so it is slightly quirky in its outlook. I think Renault really needed to do a lot more to shake the competition up. There are some fantastic vehicles in that segment.
Well, she doesn't sound like a BMW. She's good for the price. You're getting the label. For the price, you're getting the technology backup behind. I think it's worth it. I mean, what you're paying and what you're getting. बाकी क्या दुनिया खरीद लेंगे क्या इतने पैसे में? गाड़ी अच्छी है.
You offer a ice cream cone to a kid and ask him, what do you feel about it? He's going to say, yeah, it's fantastic. I enjoyed every bit of it till the last bite into the cone. Same lies with Audis.
They could have made it a little stronger, but overall, it's a great niche.
Well, the A8L is definitely one of the better luxury cars to come into the country, and it delivers on all fronts. In terms of style, comfort, performance, it's got it all.
Adequate power, excellent handling, very aggressive, unique looks. It's an out-and-out driver's paradise.
You know, it doesn't look too forced or Johnny-come-lately. It's not a boy racer design. It's sophisticated, yet it's got that aggression. It doesn't date very easily. All those things.
This can be a very energizing elixir which can become poisonous in a very short time.
Tried to take her, like really throttled hard. She was thinking a little. I felt her think and then take off. She's good first, second, third. I mean, on your fingertips. Fantastic.
Well, so those were the cars in contention. A lot of heated battling going on. Well, it's time for me to take a quick breather, take this car out for a spin while you guys take a quick break.
Next up after the break, the hot list on two wheels.